Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, or if you're watching this on BitChute, my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. We're going to be talking about how a cartoon creator, or rather the showrunner for 12 Forever, a show she created and wrote the scripts to. I'm assuming she wrote the scripts because she was the showrunner, so she was directed where the show was going and created the characters. So I'm assuming she did write the scripts too. But either way, she's been caught, or rather her tweets, old tweets that she has made, have indicated that she's a pedophile and that she's into young boys. Yet another of the Cal Arts style artists or cartoon creators has been caught or is probably a pedophile. Great, that's all we need. Here's the first of several of her tweets. Tony was hesitant to go on any rides because he values his life, or so he says. But once I had bought 10 tickets, who can really say no to a jarring bout on the Sizzler? Oh, but Tumblr, guess who was in line to go on the Sizzler with us? This beautiful, androgynous, young, black-haired, emo 14-year-old boy wearing tight black pants and a black t-shirt emblazoned with the name of some band that probably sucks, and his lip-injected fake red-haired mother who looked like a washed-up rock star. Heaven adopt me. Occasionally I get instantaneous infatuations with strangers that can only be described as overwhelming or annoying. Depending on how patient you are with me, Tony was nice enough to follow this poor boy around with the small carnival with me as I tried to sneak photos, none of which turned out well. I knew that my heart would be forever in turmoil unless I at least tried to talk to him. Oh God, if only his mom hadn't been there. Great. This is one of the women who is going to make a show for children to watch? Oh, come on. I suppose the show could be for teenagers, but still, this is bad. Julia Vickerman, at juliavickerman.com, another one of her tweets. Went to early screening of Scott Pilgrim last night. The place was filthy with young, skinny, nerdy boys. Not to mention the movie was rad. Now, this tweet only looks bad if you've read the first one, but this is still bad, I suppose. Now, she might not be a pedophile. These all might be jokes, as I've heard other people say. This could be just her humor, like the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. But still, I find it sick. And I really hate this. Julia Vickerman, in an attempt to try and protect herself, erased most of her tweets. But apparently someone archived them and then put them back up online. So in an effort to protect herself, she makes herself look even more guilty, even if these were just jokes. But either way, this just shows that a bunch of filthy perverts have infiltrated the media in a very stark and contrasting way, doesn't it, people? Another tweet from her. Stuck in traffic on way to Oja. Blasting heart. Little boy leans out a van window and yells, "Call me, blowing me a kiss. Give me your digits." If she really said that, that could have gotten her in trouble if she really said that in public. Even in an occasional joke. This looks bad, at least in this day and age. But what can I say about this? If this is a joke, it's still not acceptable, and that we shouldn't accept the fact that she's now basically a showrunner on a soon-to-be-released cartoon show on Netflix. And where was the mother in this? Why wasn't she watching her child, who was apparently misbehaving and yelling at people out of a van window? But either way, that's beside the point. If these are jokes, they're very tasteless. Hey, Julia Vickerman, if you want to see good humor, go watch Dave Chappelle and one of his stand-up specials like Sticks and Stones. He'll show you what's funny. I mean, all these tasteless pedophile jokes from all these famous people or semi-famous people. From Julia Vickerman to all the way to James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, like I just mentioned. How they need to make these damn freaking jokes. Apparently she's never acted out on these impulses she gets, like she mentioned. But I should say, at least that's a good thing, but I still don't like this. I mean, they brought James Gunn back and he's directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and apparently that's a good thing. I don't. He made a bunch of pedophile jokes, and that's just bad. Now, occasionally, humor should be allowed, and pedophile jokes are as good as anything else, but I'm getting these don't really seem like jokes to me, and the James Gunn thing comes off as very creepy if you've seen the photos. And here we have another wit and wisdom from Julia Vickerman. I put my wig on a 14-year-old boy and carried him around the dance floor. For most of the last night, it was a beautiful wedding. Lady, what the heck kind of wedding were you at? Putting a wig on a 14-year-old boy? At least he's a teenager, and by that time in my life, I was pretty much as I am now. So I guess it's not that bad. At least she's not going for 8-year-olds, I suppose. But still, this is unacceptable. But if this is humor and these are jokes, like Dave Chappelle said, well, it's jokes. We should laugh. In fact, but I'm getting tired of making and being forgiving of such behavior, especially from Hollywood elites. I'm only giving Dave Chappelle a massive bit of leeway here because free speech is one of the most important things to have around. And yes, these jokes should be allowed to be made, but doesn't mean that we should be cognitive and aware of people who make these kind of jokes in this world, because apparently a lot of pedophilia and, well, what's the word in Hollywood they use? Couch casting going on, even with children, so we should be wary of this. And another from Julia Vickerman. J.Lo Stellar, a shaggy-haired teenager in an Afri shirt. Meow, you should probably go ahead and get a preemptive restraining order against me. About a teenage kid, right? I'm sure J.Lo Stellar is going to be happy that a 30-something-year-old woman was thinking about him like that. Well, a 30-year-old woman that's not that great looking, from what I can see of her currently. And don't think that photo there is any good. It's pretty blurry. But either way, the thing about free speech is we have to accept people making dirty jokes. But that doesn't mean we can't have someone replaced from a show because we don't want to have anything to do with that person. My problem is, how is that different from just censoring someone? Well, because we rather not have criminals be able to get away with things that are bad. But we have no idea if this Julia Vickerman is actually guilty of pedophilia. If she's just making jokes, this is fine. But I still have a problem with this. And another one from her. Jason Toon. Best movie I've seen in a long time. So well executed. And those kids are hot. Can't you just say they're cute? But then if you said that, it'd still be bad. Because some of these tweets, just if you've seen the earlier ones and the worst ones, even if she's being as innocent as possible, they just come off as dirty now, don't they? This tweet would be better if we had some context for it. What movie is she referring to? Even if that she just said those kids are hot, maybe they're like older teenagers. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. But still, if you look at her other tweets, this is all coming out so bad, and this just feels wrong. But these are jokes, and we should try to look on the bright side. I don't really see them being funny and all that. But that's only because I've seen so much of this pedophilia in Hollywood lately. It's kind of turning my stomach and making me, want to see something done. But how is that different from the SJWs when they go around doing the cancel culture and basically, well, causing someone to be ridiculed offline, and even nowadays because some guy just recently basically killed himself because of this cancel culture. But still, what are we to do about this? It is not right that people should go around making these jokes. They're free to make them, and they shouldn't be punished for it. But what if they are pedophiles? How do we counteract this sort of thing, huh? Here we see the guy who was able to archive all her tweets. I mean, that sounds creepy in and of itself, but apparently he thought this cartoon creator, who's also an SJW, who's made trouble for others, should probably get some of her own medicine. So he released her tweets, and now she went around erasing them. But apparently he archived them and then saved them and then released them so people could see who she really is. Okay, this is a good guy, I'd say. But it comes off that he's either creepy or at least he's very prepared. Either way, I have to at least salute him that he's at least put these tweets out there for people to see, and that this Julie Vickerman can't no longer just hide hide them away so no one can see her dirty laundry. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed, and I mean that because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you are still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please just subscribe to me. Subscribe to me at YouTube at Read Comics They're Bad For You. Then I want you to go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications. Hit that like button and leave some comments down below. Oh, could you please share this video? Share this video on Twitter and share it on YouTube. Share it anywhere you think it would get the most views. Because YouTube is also not promoting their creators' videos anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. And keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.